My life is about my relationships. You will never find yourself in a point in time when the subject of relationships is not an active part of your now experience. For everything you perceive or notice or know is because of your relationship with something else. Without a comparative experience, you would be unable to perceive or focus any kind of understanding within yourself. Therefore, it is accurate to say that without relationships, you could not exist at all. Dang. So getting into the vortex through our relationships, through understanding our relationships and how we relate to everything and everyone, is how we know ourselves. I guess it does make sense. We're going to pick this card apart. I guess it does make sense that if we didn't have any relationships, we wouldn't know ourselves. I've often heard that said about Source or God, like Source didn't know who he was. He wanted to know himself, so he had to separate or divide or like be able to like see a mirror reflection. And I guess that's how we know ourselves too. And the more I study energy, the more I come to sort of entertain that idea that whatever I put out, it's being reflected back to me. So I could literally call you my reflection, like, hey, reflection. Hi, reflection. How are you, reflection? Right? Like, you are reflecting back to me a certain something that helps me know myself more, helps me, one, either see my energy, two, see a lesson or something that I'm ready to learn or see, or just, yeah, like we're here to play and have fun and experience life. All right, so let's pick apart this card. You will never find yourself in a point in time when the subject of relationships is not an active part of your now experience. Like, I don't care if you've had bad relationships and you say, I'm never getting into another relationship again. Bullshit, you will, you have to. If you go to the grocery store and check out, you literally just had a relationship with that person who helped you in the line or bagged up your groceries. You start to see everything as a relationship. A phone call, we just had a relationship. Your friends, your family, yes, of course, relationships. So you will always have relationships. You can have relationships with, it said anything, right? Like probably animals, dogs, plants, maybe the wind. I don't know, like I'm getting pretty wild here, but like, yeah, I think everything is a comparative relationship. For everything you perceive or notice or know is because of your relationship with something else. Very interesting. That's us like taking our judgments and putting on, stacking it. Like we know ourselves, we know this happened with that, so now we think we perceive it because of something that we already think that we knew is something else. So anyways, pretty deep here with the my life is about my relationships. Yeah, without these comparative experiences, how would you even know yourself? Well, you wouldn't. I guess you'd just be a floating nebula? Yeah, nebula, Sadie, it's a real word. You just be like a floating consciousness, like without really knowing itself. And I guess like the whole thing of life is knowing yourself, understanding yourself more, and thank God for all the buggers around us, because that's how we do it. If without relationships, you would not exist at all. So whether you judge them as good, bad, ugly, fun, stupid, lame, enjoyable, loving, joyful, blissful, the best, the worst, whatever, they're all really important for you knowing you. I love it.